Hey guys, here's a quick review on what we talked about during our last meeting, just how to edit and get to your pages that you'll be working on this month. So first thing, you'll come over here to Yearbook Avenue. Once you're signed in, click over here on Create and go to Page Ladder, and it will pull up all of, it will look like this probably, once you first pull it up, all of these different pages for the entire yearbook. What you can do to find your specific pages in your assignment is to come over here to this first drop down arrow and find your name. Now I'm just going to say I'm Chantel. Once you click on your name, you'll be able to see the page description that you'll be working on, the due date, as well as the staff member who's working with you. So right in here, this description area, these two pages, this spread is going to be the clubs of Agape and SAD. And you can see the deadline is December 17th. And Chantel would have been working with Ellie on this one. So once you've got all of that figured out, remember which clubs or sports or organizations you're creating this for, click on your page spread and it will pull up the design program that we're working with. And right now it's blank. First thing that you want to do is come over here to designs. Now the first template that pulls up is this one. We want to actually click on the drop down arrow and we'll be working in Brighter Than the Sun, this theme. I chose this one because it has the most options and the best layouts with the best fonts in my opinion. So it will keep everything cohesive throughout the book if we all use this one. You'll notice that right now this one's just the title page. If you scroll down and look down here, there are a lot of different options that you can click on. So thinking about Agape and SAD, those would fall under maybe academics or sports or clubs, some type of layout that would fall under that. So those are both clubs. So let's just click on this clubs and organization one. And here are some templates and layouts that appear. You can also see that there are some for academics like this and sports as well. So just some different options for layouts. Now let's just say I wanted to start with this one. So I'm going to just click it. This is the layout that I like best just from looking at it from afar. Click and drag it over and it will pull up this box. Usually I just say no. Now here's everything already laid out. You'll notice there are some really bright colors. From what I gathered, you guys all seem to want the traditional Lagodi school colors, so don't be alarmed right off the bat with these really bright neons and blues and reds. We can fix all of that later. Right now we're just mainly focusing on the layout of where these images will be, all of these pictures, where the text is, and the title. So say for this one, I like all of these kind of basic areas here, but you can also see that it's just a little bit plain. So if maybe you want to change your mind, no big deal. All you have to do is come back over here, click and drag, say no again, and it'll pull up your new layout. This one looks a little bit more exciting, more different options that I can work with here. So the first thing I'm noticing is that I have to do a spread about Agape and SAD in this on these two pages, but I only have one title. So I'm just going to do a little bit of editing. So I'm just going to start deleting things and making room for a new title page. And all I'm doing is clicking on these boxes here and clicking the backspace button. Okay, so now I've cleared up a space for a title and this little header box. So I'm just going to click on these two and I'm just going to say copy. Over here I'm going to say paste. Drag these over and voila, ready to go. Now you'll notice all of these words are all jumbled up. That's just a placeholder for your text. I know that this side is going to be Agape and this side is going to be SAD, so I might as well go ahead and get that out of the way. Keep my thoughts straight. And I don't need this, just delete that. Now right now, these picture boxes here are a little bit small, and I don't even know if I need any of these. We can always delete things later and just play around with the size of your boxes, the size of your font, whatever you want to do. But right now, I want to talk about these blue boxes that say drag image here. The next thing that you want to think about is importing pictures and putting in your pictures so that you can start arranging and playing around with what you need to include in terms of text. So right here you'll see all of these blue boxes. Click on that. We're going to click over here on images. And if you click on the drop down arrow, it will pull up all of these different drop down arrows as well. Usually it'll look like this when you first open it. And obviously Agape and SAD would be under academics and clubs. Click down on that. They're both clubs. And here you can see Agape and SAD right in here. Theoretically, if you were to click on these, all of the images that we've taken for these clubs would pull up right here. However, some of these pictures haven't been uploaded yet. So, for example, Beta Club has been, so I'll show you what that would look like. All of the pictures that I've gathered from Beta Club are right in here that I had previously posted on Jostyn's Yearbook album. So here they all are. Now, once you're ready to choose an image, say this one, we needed a big, large group photo. Let's just pretend it's Agape. I'm going to click here, drag till it appears green, and drop it, and there it is. Now you'll notice their heads in the back are cut off. To fix this, you just double click and drag within the box. You can also use this box to crop really nice and easily, so you can see cropping. Maybe you want to zoom way in on some of these people here. Spread this back out. Whatever you're thinking for cropping and zooming. You also want to consider putting in their names, the people's names in the club. So think about that as well, having a space for that, whether it be off to the side or underneath their picture. But to alter a text, all you have to do is click on your text and come over here to format. Now the text right now, you can see all of these things in here. This is the style that we're working in, and this is the font size and text color. So all of this is the basics. Now say you wanted to increase the font size, you just scroll down here. Maybe you want to change it to one of these different fonts, different styles. Maybe you want it to be bold, or you want it to be aligned to the right or aligned in the middle. Whatever you think looks best. Now to change, say you want to change the color of the font, you would click on this one right here and pull up all of these images. Now to change the color of a shape, see all these bright blue and red and yellows, all we have to do is click on the shape here, and you'll see this fill color. And what we'll be working in, you can see all of these different color schemes, color palettes that they've arranged for us. We're working within Shocking. That has a really nice golden Lagodi school color. So that's the one that you all need to be using. So any of these colors in here, try to choose this Shocking yellow, just to keep it cohesive. There we go. So now it's a little bit more toned down. We can also change this color. Maybe I want it to just be nice and black. Maybe this, Shocking, this color, things like that. You can also see these yellows are a little different. I'll go fix those later. But that is kind of the basic rundown on how to alter things, edit shapes and colors. Now say, this is the last thing, say you wanted to also edit this picture. If you click over here, you're clicking on the picture, click on Effects, and click on this Edit button. It looks like a little cloud. It will pull up all of these different tools that you can use, changing the color, the lighting, with the contrast, things like that. Don't go overboard, but those are good options if you want to enhance your picture. So that's the basic idea. Once you're done, you can just click on this Save button and either continue working, X out, or go back to the front page and see everything else ready to go. That's about it. Good luck.